Namaste everyone, this is Sagar sir from Colonel's Academy, and today what we'll be seeing is Standard 9th Geography Chapter 2, which is very interesting and very knowledgeable chapter, that is the endogenetic movements. Okay, so begin with, it is consisting about the interior of the earth, it consists about the earthquakes, it consists about the volcanoes. So to make it more interesting, we have used some live animations. So this chapter, dear students, will be studying mainly about the earthquakes, volcanoes. Now to begin with it, what is an endogenetic movement? The movements that are taking place inside the surface of the earth is called as endogenetic. अगर बाहर होगा तो उसको बोलेंगे एक्सोजेनेटिक, और अगर अर्थ के सरफेस के अंदर होगा तो उसको बोलेंगे एंडोजेनेटिक. Now, to begin with, in the starting part of your chapter, they have given a news article about a powerful earthquake in Nepal, which happened few years back. And this is a news article about that earthquake that happened in Nepal. Okay, so you can see on your right hand side the devastation that was caused on Richter scale. What is a Richter scale? We'll be seeing in this chapter. The earthquake was measured at 7.9, which is quite destructive. Then again, one more earthquake occurred at 12:19 p.m. and that was measured as 6.6 on the Richter scale. Epicenter of the earthquake was Lamjung in Nepal. What is epicenter? वो भी हम इस chapter में देखने वाले हैं. Now, number of people dead, hundreds of people were dead in Nepal, and some perished in India as well. Like India, 53 people died, Tibet 12, and Bangladesh 2. Focus was 11 kilometers deep. You can see here on the right hand side it is written focus was 11 kilometers deep. What is focus? We'll be seeing in this chapter. 17 more shocks and 2 big tremors were observed. Duration ranged from 30 seconds to 2 minutes. India, Bangladesh and Pakistan also experienced tremors, and 22 states in India felt the tremors. So this was one of the very devastating earthquakes. Other devastating earthquakes that happened was in India was definitely the Bhuj earthquake in Gujarat. That was quite devastating, and it occurred on 26th January. So hundreds of people were celebrating their Republic Day, and earthquake occur hua. So hundreds of people died, thousands of people died in fact. So let us study more in detail about all these things. Now, to begin with, types of earth movements. This is not given in your textbook, so please pay attention. There are two types of earth movement. First is endogenetic and exogenetic. So endogenetic मतलब जो inside the earth होता है, exogenetic मतलब जो outside the earth होता है. तो as of now, exogenetic हमको पढ़ना ही नहीं है. It is not in this chapter. Exogenetic contains weathering and erosion. That's it. That we'll be seeing in the subsequent chapters. Now we'll be studying is endogenetic. Now endogenetic movements are divided as sudden and diastrophism. Diastrophism, sudden, ये दोनों endogenetic का parts है, बराबर. Endogenetic is a Greek word wherein it means genesis is to give birth. Okay, and endo is a derivative of word that is land. So here it is, tentatively, thoda sa roughly, it means what? It means giving birth to land. So there are some changes that are going to occur in the land. That is why it is called as endogenetic. Now, endogenetic is divided into two parts. Diastrophism, that is, changes that are occurring on the land because of the slow movements, and sudden movement. Sudden movement is earthquake and volcano. That we'll be studying in the last part of the chapter. Diastrophism is divided into epiaerogenic and orogenic. Epiaerogenic is upward and downward movement of the earth, and orogenic is tension and compression. Subsequently, ये सब आपको समझ में आएगा, ठीक है? In further slides. This is just a classification. Rest we'll be studying in all the slides together. Now, earthquakes and volcanoes occur because of the instability in the interior of the earth. Now, dear students, in 8th standard you all have studied that in the interior of the earth, we have various radioactive material. Radioactive material वो होता है जिनमें से rays निकलते हैं like alpha, beta, gamma. So, जिस substances में से ये सब निकलता है उनको बोलते हैं radioactive material. So, ये जो radioactive material है, ये जो earth में हमको मिलता है, because of it, the earth का interior part is not stable. And because of which it gives rise to energy, and this energy gives rise to waves. What are waves? We'll be seeing in the next part of the chapter. This instability is created due to the movements occurring in the Earth's interior. You all have studied in 8th standard that the Earth's interior consists of the crust, mantle, and the core. Okay, so radioactive materials present hai inside the Earth's surface. Generally, the movements in the Earth's interior occur in the upper layer of the mantle. Now, mantle is divided into two layers. Here is mantle. ऊपर का जो part है mantle का, it is semi-solid. अब ये मेरा अर्थ का क्रस्ट है, ये मेरा अपर लेयर ऑफ मैंटल है. तो ये जो क्रस्ट है ना, ये अपर लेयर ऑफ मैंटल के ऊपर बैठा हुआ है. अब अगर ये मैंटल हिलेगा तो डेफिनेटली क्रस्ट भी हिलेगा. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट कि इफ द मैंटल इज मूविंग, बराबर ऐसा, बिकॉज इट इज सेमी सॉलिड. ओके, सो इवन द क्रस्ट इज गोइंग टू मूव and that gives rise to various landforms. Tremendous energy is released by radioactive materials in the mantle. You can see here I have given some example ke what are the radioactive materials present in the Earth's surface. Uranium, thorium, uranium-238, thorium-232. This is the atomic mass number. Uranium-235. Non-series mein hai potassium-40 and rubidium-87. So these are the elements and their atomic mass numbers has also been given that are found inside the surface of the Earth. These energy waves travel from one place to another, and due to such a flow of energy, instability is caused in the mantle. So these radioactive materials give rise to instability. The movements are classified on the basis of their velocity, कि क्या speed है उनका, जैसे अभी हमने देखा diastrophism and sudden. Then on their direction, up and down, back and forth, and the landforms that they produce. So to understand it much better, we are going to classify the movements now. Velocity के हिसाब से slow movements and sudden movements. Slow movements are continuously occurring on the surface of the earth, but you cannot feel it because they are slow. Like formation of mountains and continents. It is not very easy and sudden. It is not, you can observe it on the spot, like an earthquake. मैं जब ये सिखा रहा हूं तभी भी earthquake आ सकता है, right? कभी भी earthquake आ सकता है. So that is a sudden movement. Sudden movement like earthquakes and volcanoes. So this classification is based on velocity, direction, horizontal movements, and upward and downward movements. See, this is horizontal movement. ये आगे पीछे जा रहा है, ये horizontal है. ये है upward and downward movement. Horizontal, upward and downward. Landforms, continent building, which create continents, plateaus, and highlands, and mountain building, that is folding and faulting. What is folding? What is faulting? We'll be seeing in the next slide. So comparing this, barabar aisa hai, with the earlier slide that we have already studied. So earth movements classified as endogenetic and exogenetic, inside the earth surface, outside the earth surface. Then diastrophism and sudden. So this is slow, this is fast. This is slow movement, this is fast movement. Then the slow movement is again divided as upward downward. बराबर, ये हो गया कौन सा upward downward movement. Horizontal movements, that is tension and compression. So horizontal movements are also nothing but orogenic, and upward downward are nothing but epi-aerogenic. And this give rise to continent or mountain. So what is the slow movements? Now we'll be studying only about slow movements. Then we'll be studying about the sudden movements. Okay, जिसमें earthquake और volcano आएंगे. तो पहले slow movements. The effect of slow movements can be seen in the formation of mountains and continents on the Earth's crust. So earth movement, endogenic, exogenic. Endogenic जो है that is interior में हो रहे हैं, वो slow है या तो sudden है. हम पढ़ रहे हैं slow. तो slow gives rise to what? Slow give rise to mountains. Fast हम लोग इसी चैप्टर में पढ़ेंगे, but बाद में earthquake and volcano. So now we'll be studying the slow earth movements taking place. Now this is a very important table that has been given in your textbook. अब ये पहले सबसे पहले समझो, what is a pressure and what is a tension. Suppose now I have a rock here, बराबर ऐसा है, I have waves, two waves are approaching each other. If the two waves are approaching each other, they are called as pressure. ये इसको they are approaching each other, तो इसको क्या बोलेंगे? Pressure. If they are moving away from each other, then it is called as tension. Pressure, tension, pressure, tension, pressure, tension. Okay. नाउ इनका इफेक्ट देखेंगे। पहले तो मैं बता दूं फोल्डिंग क्या होता है और फॉल्टिंग क्या होता है। अगर मैंने ये एक पेपर लिया और इसको, ये देखिए, आप देख रहे हैं ये ऊपर आ रहा है, तो ये क्या हो रहा है, ये पेपर जो है मेरा ये फोल्ड हो रहा है। अब ये जस्ट इमेजिन करो, ये अर्थ का सरफेस है, तो अर्थ का सरफेस भी ऐसा फोल्ड होता है। अगर ये तुम्हारे लिए इजी बात है तो नेचर के लिए अर्थ को फोल्ड करना भी इजी बात है। सो व्हेन आई एम अप्लाइंग द प्रेशर हियर, इट इज व्हाट इट इज गेटिंग फोल्डेड। सो इस मूवमेंट को हम लोग बोलते हैं फोल्डिंग। क्या बोलते हैं? फोल्डिंग। अब अगर बराबर ऐसा ये मेरा पेपर है और मैंने इसको टेंशन अप्लाई किया। टेंशन मतलब क्या? टेंशन मतलब मैंने इसको ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में अप्लाई किया, बराबर ऐसा है। सो अगर मैं इसको ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में अप्लाई करूं तो कैसा होगा? ये ब्रेक। सो दिस ब्रेकिंग इज कॉल्ड एज faulting. Okay, I hope everybody has understood what is folding and what is faulting. So पहले तो ये समझो कि फोल्डिंग क्या होता है और फॉल्टिंग क्या होता है। तो जब ऐसा आया तो मेरा पेपर फोल्ड हुआ था, दैट इज फोल्डिंग। बाद में जब दूर जाएगा तो बीच में क्रैक आ जाएगा, उसको बोलते हैं फॉल्टिंग। नाउ अगर मेरा हार्ड रॉक है, मेरा रॉक अगर हार्ड है, तो उसमें मैं प्रेशर अप्लाई करूं या टेंशन अप्लाई करूं, वो दोनों केस में टूट जाएगा। इफ इट इज व्हाट? इफ इट इज हार्ड। नाउ सी, दिस इज अ हार्ड सब्सटेंस। अगर मैं इसको बहुत प्रेशर अप्लाई करूं इनफ टू ब्रेक इट, ओके, सो ये ऐसा भी ब्रेक होगा, और अगर मैं टेंशन अप्लाई करूं तो भी ब्रेक होगा। सो यहां पे देखा जाए एकदम हार्ड रॉक। हार्ड रॉक पहले देखो सब लोग अच्छे से एकदम, ये रहा हार्ड रॉक। हार्ड रॉक में जब मेरे दोनों एरोज सेम डायरेक्शन में है, मतलब प्रेशर आ रहा है, तो भी ब्रेक हुआ। और यहां पे देखो मेरा टेंशन अप्लाई हुआ हार्ड रॉक पे, तो भी ब्रेक हुआ। दोनों केसेस में माय हार्ड रॉक इज गोइंग टू ब्रेक। नाउ इन सॉफ्ट रॉक, when I am applying what? When I am applying pressure, it is going to fold. And when I am going to apply tension, it is going to what? It is going to break. So pay attention very carefully now. हार्ड रॉक पे प्रेशर अप्लाई हो या टेंशन अप्लाई हो, दोनों केस में उसमें फॉल्ट ही आएगा। सॉफ्ट रॉक पे जब आपने प्रेशर अप्लाई किया दोनों तरफ से, तो वो फोल्ड होगा ऐसा। देन सॉफ्ट रॉक पे जब आपने टेंशन अप्लाई किया ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में, तो वो फॉल्ट देगा। सो एक ही केस में फोल्डिंग आएगा, और वो कौन सा केस है? सॉफ्ट रॉक पे जब प्रेशर अप्लाई हुआ तो ही फोल्ड होगा, बाकी तीनों केसेस में फॉल्ट होगा। सो दे हैव गिवन अ डायग्राम हियर दैट यू कैन सी। यहां पे ये दोनों तरफ से हम प्रेशर अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, तो दैट इज फोल्डिंग, दिस इज अ सॉफ्ट रॉक। एंड यहां पे हमने ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में अप्लाई किया, तो डेफिनेटली इट ब्रेक्स, सो इट इज टेंशन। This is faulting. This is how the rock breaks. And this is folding. This is how the rock folds. So, जब अंदर आया तो compression, जिसको बोलते हैं हम pressure, बाहर आया तो tension. Pressure, tension. Pressure, tension. That is how it happens. Now, how are fold mountains generated? Very easy. जब मेरा अर्थ क्रस्ट अगर सॉफ्ट है, दोनों तरफ से अगर प्रेशर आएगा तो ये ऊपर आ जाएगा, ये वाला पार्ट ऊपर आ जाएगा, तो दैट विल गिव राइज टू द फोल्ड माउंटेन। इट इज सच अ सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट। एनर्जी इज ट्रांसफर्ड फ्रॉम द इंटीरियर ऑफ द अर्थ। बिकॉज ऑफ दिस एनर्जी, waves and pressure working towards each other and in horizontal direction, the layers of the soft rock fold. याद रखा जाए, फोल्ड माउंटेन सिर्फ और सिर्फ सॉफ्ट रॉक से बनेगा, हार्ड रॉक से नहीं। सो जब मैंने, ये एक मेरा सॉफ्ट रॉक है, इस पे दोनों तरफ से जब मेरा प्रेशर अप्लाई हुआ तो ये वाला पार्ट ऊपर आ गया, तो ये वाला पार्ट माउंटेन बन गया। फोल्ड माउंटेन का पीक जो है, एक अच्छे से पीक आएगा। दिस टॉप पार्ट इज कॉल्ड एज द पीक। सो इस माउंटेन का अच्छे से पीक बनेगा। This diagram here that you are able to see down is the waves. The waves that are getting generated from the earth is primary waves, secondary wave और the surface waves. इसके बारे में डिटेल में हम earthquake वाले टॉपिक में पढ़ने वाले हैं. If the pressure is very high, large scale folds are formed and their complexity increases. As a result, the surface of the earth gets uplifted and fold mountains are formed. So sometimes, there is huge amount of folds. बहुत ज्यादा इधर भी एक फोल्ड बनेगा, इधर भी एक फोल्ड बनेगा, ऐसा एकदम बहुत सारे फोल्ड्स बनेंगे. कभी कभी एक ही फोल्ड आएगा और कभी कभी बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे फोल्ड्स आएंगे. So that depends कि what is the amount of pressure applied. Very nice diagram for you all to see. Just pay attention towards the diagram. दोनों तरफ से आया, ये पार्ट बीच वाला पार्ट अपराइज हो गया, uplift हो गया. So that is how a fold mountain is formed. The Himalaya mountain is the youngest fold mountain of our country. Aravalli in Rajasthan is the oldest fold mountain of our country. Rocky Mountain, Andes Mountain, which is in North America, South America, Alp Mountain, which is in Europe, are the major fold mountains of the world. So this you can see is the world map. आप लोगों को मैं mountains बता दूं, ये रहे Himalayas, Aravalli यहाँ पे आएगा, ये दिया हुआ नहीं है इस मैप पे. Alps are in Europe. Then this is the Andes Mountain in South America, Rocky Mountain in North America. So these are the major fold mountains of the world. Just see how the Himalayas were formed. Pay attention towards this diagram. ये जो आपको साउथ पार्ट में दिख रहा है वो इंडिया है, जो नॉर्थ पार्ट में दिख रहा है वो तिब्बत है. तो यहाँ पे अर्थ इंडिया जो है वो बढ़ते गया नॉर्थ की तरफ, एंड देन इट गेव राइज टू द माउंटेन. नाउ बट चलो प्लीज पे अटेंशन, आई एम टीचिंग यू वन मोर थिंग हियर विच इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ये दिख रहा है आपको, ये प्लेट है ना, ये एक प्लेट है, ये दूसरा प्लेट है, ये वाला जो प्लेट है वो इसके अंदर चला गया. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज प्लेट कंजम्पशन एंड दिस इज कॉल्ड एज प्लेट क्रिएशन. यहाँ पे प्लेट क्रिएट हुआ, यहाँ पे प्लेट कंज्यूम हुआ. ये और आगे हम पढ़ेंगे. Now comes next is the block mountain. Block mountain is formed just the way that we have already seen earlier. Pay attention. Because of the internal movements, horizontal waves moving away from each other are formed. Now this is a tension getting created because the waves are in opposite direction. This causes tension in the layers of the rock. This leads to the formation of fracture. दोनों जगह से टेंशन आ रहा है तो डेफिनेटली क्या जनरेट होएगा, इधर फ्रैक्चर जनरेट हो जाएगा, फॉल्ट आ जाएगा. फॉल्ट फ्रैक्चर सेम, दे आर नोन एज फॉल्ट्स. सो नाउ पे अटेंशन वेरी केयरफुली एवरीवन. ओके, पहले तो यहाँ पे एक फॉल्ट आ गया, यहाँ पे एक फॉल्ट आ गया. ये फॉल्ट आने के बाद, ये हार्ड रॉक है. ओके, ये फॉल्ट आने के बाद यहां से और यहां से सेम डायरेक्शन में वेव आई, बट ये हार्ड रॉक है. पहले वाला सॉफ्ट रॉक था. सॉफ्ट रॉक में क्या हुआ था, मेरा फोल्ड माउंटेन बना था, उसमें फॉल्ट हुआ ही नहीं था. यहाँ पे फॉल्ट बन रहा है, यहां से प्रेशर आया, यहां से प्रेशर आया, एंड ये वाला जो पार्ट है मिडिल में वो ऊपर आ गया. This is a block mountain. Now the difference between the block mountain and the earlier one that we have seen, fold mountain. See, fold mountain is like this, so it has a good peak. Here block mountain का peak देखो flat है. It is a flat mountain, and fold mountain is having a good peak. Similarly, waves coming towards each other in hard rocks also form faults due to compression. When a part of the earth's crust in between the two parallel faults is uplifted. So ये point का meaning क्या हुआ, यहाँ पे देखो ये बीच वाला part uplift हो गया. It looks like a block. Such a landform is known as a block mountain. Hill tops of a block mountain are flat. ये top कैसा होता है, flat. Once again see the diagram. यहाँ पे fault generate हुआ है, ये रहा एक फॉल्ट, ये रहा दूसरा फॉल्ट. अब अगर यहां से प्रेशर आया, यहां से प्रेशर आया, तो ये मिडिल पार्ट अपलिफ्ट हो गया, ऊपर आ गया. तो दिस इज हाउ द ब्लॉक माउंटेन लुक्स लाइक. ओके, इरोजन के बाद ये ऐसा दिखेगा, मतलब बहुत सालों के बाद ये ऐसा दिखेगा, स्टार्टिंग में ये ऐसा दिखेगा। इसके स्लोप देखो दोनों तरफ, अगर मेरा स्लोप ऐसा है तो इसको बोलते हैं स्टीप स्लोप, और ऐसा है तो इसको बोलते हैं जेंटल स्लोप। तो यू कैन सी द स्लोप इज स्ट्रेट, so it is with slope, it is steep slope. In early stages they do not have any peaks, peaks are tops, and their slopes are steep, that is straight slope. For example, the Black Forest mountain in Europe. Black Forest mountain यूरोप में, जर्मनी में मिलता है. Rift Valley. Sometimes two fractures develop side by side in the earth's crust. Now once again see here, very similar to a block mountain but waves are in opposite direction. ठीक है, यहाँ पे फॉल्ट आ गया, यहाँ पे फॉल्ट आ गया. ब्लॉक माउंटेन में क्या हुआ था, दोनों जगह से प्रेशर अप्लाई हुआ था, अब प्रेशर अप्लाई नहीं हो रहा है. ये देखो, ये यहाँ पे जा रहा है, ये यहाँ पे जा रहा है. both the waves are moving in opposite direction. if both the waves are moving in opposite direction, तो जो सेंटर का पार्ट है वो ऊपर नहीं आएगा, नीचे जाएगा. सो ये नीचे चला जाएगा. सो हाउ विल इट लुक लाइक, जस्ट लुक एट द नेक्स्ट पिक्चर. हाउ विल इट लुक लाइक, the land in between the two fractures subsides, it goes down. This part is called as a rift valley. The slopes of rift valley are steep. Once again see here, ये fault है, ये fault है. अगर दोनों प्रेशर के जैसे आएंगे, सेम डायरेक्शन में मेरा फोर्स आएगा, तो ये ऊपर आएगा, तो ब्लॉक माउंटेन बनेगा. बट ये इस साइड गया, ये इस साइड गया, तो ये नीचे आ गया. तो कैन यू सी, ये डिप्रेशन बन गया, ये ऐसा हो गया. समझा, ये डिप्रेशन, ये जमीन जो है ये नीचे चली गई. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ रिफ्ट वैली. यहाँ पे अगेन द स्लोप आर स्टीप, सी स्टीप स्लोप्स. दिस रिफ्ट वैली इज फाउंड इन अफ्रीका. It is found in Narmada Valley. I'll show you a beautiful picture of Narmada Valley. For example, the Rift Valley of River Narmada in India, the Great Rift Valley of Africa, and the Rhine River Rift Valley of Europe. First see here Narmada. आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे नर्मदा रिवर है, बीच में ये विंध्या रेंज है, ये सतपुड़ा रेंज है, दो माउंटेन, और बीच की जमीन नीचे चली गई और फिर वहां से एक रिवर ओरिजिनेट हो गई. दैट इज नर्मदा. This is the Great Rift Valley, which is the biggest rift valley of the world. You can see your blue markings. ये पूरा Rift Valley है. It is almost 6,000 kilometers long. Nile River यहीं से flow होती है. Now comes the continent building movements. That is the epi-aerogenic movements. Slow movements occur towards the center or from the Earth's center towards the Earth's crust. Because of these movements, a vast part of the Earth's crust is uplifted or subsided. Crust जो है Earth का, it is not continuous. Earth's crust is made up of different parts, and these different parts are called as plates. तो ये प्लेट जो है ना बच्चा, ये एक प्लेट है, ये दूसरा प्लेट है, ये प्लेट और ये प्लेट. देखिए, एक प्लेट है ना, दूसरे प्लेट के कभी कभी नीचे जाता है. तो जो प्लेट नीचे जाएगा ना, वो सबसाइड हो रहा है और दूसरा प्लेट ऊपर आ रहा है. तो ये प्लेट जो है, जो नीचे जा रहा है, इसको बोलते हैं प्लेट कंजम्पशन. कंजम्पशन मतलब ईटिंग, इट इज गेटिंग ईटन अप. एंड ये है प्लेट क्रिएशन, ये प्लेट क्रिएट हो रहा है और ये प्लेट कंज्यूम हो रहा है. So this movements keep on happening. When the part of the Earth's crust is uplifted above the sea level, continents are formed. Now, very good diagram once again here. See here, this plate is going downwards and this plate is coming upwards. So ये है plate creation और ये है plate consumption. This is how the plate creation and consumption happens. Therefore, these movements are called continent building movements. Extensive plateaus can also be formed because of such movements. If the originally continental portion of the crust subsides below the sea level, it forms a part of the sea bed. अगर ये वाला यहाँ पे देखिए, ये sea bed ही है. अगर ये create हुआ होता यहाँ पे, तो this would have been a part of the sea bed. See here, there are two plates here. यहाँ पे डायग्राम में there are two plates. This is the South American plate and the Nazca plate. So ये लोग दोनों में के बीच में ऐसा कंजम्पशन और क्रिएशन हो रहा था. Now comes the second part of the chapter, that is the sudden movements. In the beginning of the chapter, we have discussed and studied the news item of an earthquake. Earth means ground and quake means shaking, trembling. So earthquake. Earthquake is the movement of the earth's crust. You have been acquainted, that is, you get to know with the magnitude and effects of the earthquake through the activity at the beginning of the chapter itself. Now we look at the sudden movements called earthquakes and volcanoes in the earth's interior in detail. Pehla, earthquake. Because of the movements occurring in the interior of the earth, tremendous tension is created in the earth's crust. So there are various kinds of tension. There are various kinds of radioactive materials in the earth's crust and the interior part of the earth. When the tension goes beyond limits, the energy is released in the form of waves. That is what we'll be studying now. What are these waves? Can you see the diagram here on the left hand side that you are able to see on the screen? The upper part of the diagram, अगर आपको दिख रहा है तो वो ऐसा मूव हो रहा है, बराबर इस तरीके से मूव हो रहा है, बैक एंड फोर्थ. इसको बोलते हैं प्राइमरी वेव. नीचे वाले डायग्राम में आप देखो वो ऐसा मूव हो रहा है, अप एंड डाउन. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज सेकेंडरी वेव. प्राइमरी सेकेंडरी, प्राइमरी सेकेंडरी दोनों जब साथ में मिलेंगे तो उसको बोलेंगे सरफेस वेव. वेरी डिस्ट्रक्टिव. बोथ टुगेदर सरफेस वेव. This results in trembling of the earth's surface, that is earthquake occurs. The magnitude of the earthquake is measured by the Richter scale. Now this is, dear students, are able to see is the Richter scale. 0 से लेके मतलब approximately 5 तक तो आपको earthquake feel भी नहीं होगा, 4 या 5 तक. फिर आपको थोड़ा moderate earthquake आएगा, 6 to 7 strong, 7 to 8 is a major earthquake, and 8 above, please pray to God it never happens. It is called as a great earthquake. Now, what are the causes of the earthquakes? First of all, it is required to see movement of the plates. Now, right hand side, you can see a diagram. These are the various plates. Earth का जो crust है, वो अलग-अलग parts का बना हुआ है. These parts are called as plates. Now, this plate, that is the Earth's crust, is above the mantle. मैंने पहले ही बताया ये. तो अगर mantle move होगा, तो ये plate भी move होगा. तो ये देखिए नीचे वाले डायग्राम में देखिए प्लेट आगे पीछे मूव हो रहा है, ऐसा ऐसा प्लेट मूव हो रहा है. ओके. कोलाइडिंग ऑफ द प्लेट, प्लेट एक दूसरे से टकराना. अगर प्लेट एक दूसरे से डैश हुआ तो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज कोलाइडिंग. प्लेट स्लाइडिंग वन बिलो द अदर. ये देखो यहाँ पे अभी अभी हमने ऐसा एक डायग्राम देखा, ये प्लेट नीचे जा रहा है, ये प्लेट ऐसा ऊपर आएगा. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो अ कॉज ऑफ द अर्थक्वेक. यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं आप, यहाँ पे देखिए ओशनिक प्लेट और वो कॉन्टिनेंटल प्लेट. इन दिस डायग्राम दिस आइलैंड विल सिंक. Forming of fractures in rock layers due to the tension in the interior of the earth. We have seen how fractures are formed, and not to forget the volcanic activity which gives rise to earthquake. See, these are the various plates. The boundary area that you can see, जो purple color का दिख रहा है, that is all the plate boundary. And major earthquake वहीं पे होता है. Majority earthquake वहीं पे होता है. And the orange color dot that you are able to see are the volcanoes. Majority of the volcanoes are on the plate boundaries. See carefully. Now, what is a focus and what is a epicenter? Because the movement occurring below the earth's surface, tension is created and it keeps on accumulating. बहुत सारा energy accumulate होता है. Then this high energy is released. जहां से energy release हुआ उसको बोलते हैं फोकस या हाइपोसेंटर. दिस इज द सेंटर ऑफ द अर्थक्वेक. जहां से एनर्जी रिलीज हुआ, दिस इज अ प्लेट. ओके, सी हाउ इट इज डैशिंग टू ईच अदर. इट इज कॉल्ड द फोकस और हाइपोसेंटर. एनर्जी वेव्स स्कैटर इन ऑल डायरेक्शन फ्रॉम दिस सेंटर. जहां से एनर्जी रिलीज हुआ उसको बोलते हैं फोकस. एनर्जी रिलीज होने के बाद उसमें से वेव्स निकलेंगे, प्राइमरी वेव, सेकेंडरी वेव्स एंड ऑल. मेरे अर्थ के सरफेस पे जहां पे सबसे पहले ये वेव पहुंचेगा उसको बोलेंगे एपिसेंटर, जहां पे सबसे डिस्ट्रक्टिव अर्थक्वेक होगा. The place on the earth's surface where this earth waves reach first is called the epicenter of the earthquake. So please understand it carefully. I am explaining here, pay attention. यहां से मेरा एनर्जी रिलीज हुआ है, दिस इज माई फोकस। मेरे अलग अलग सारे डायरेक्शन में, कैन यू सी, सारे डायरेक्शन में वेव्स निकले, प्राइमरी वेव, सेकेंडरी वेव्स एंड ऑल, सारे डायरेक्शन में वेव्स निकले। अब ये वेव सबसे पहले पहुंचा यहां पे, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज एपी सेंटर, जहां पे सबसे डिस्ट्रक्टिव अर्थक्वेक आएगा। It is nearest to the place on the earth's surface from the focus and it experiences the first tremor. So see here, यहाँ पे बराबर ऐसे फोकस है, यहाँ से एनर्जी रिलीज हुआ एंड ये एनर्जी सबसे पहले पहुंचा यहाँ पे, सो दैट इज द एपीसेंटर। एपीसेंटर इज परपेंडिकुलर टू द फोकस, ये फोकस है तो एग्जैक्टली 90 डिग्री पे इसके होगा एपीसेंटर। When the tension is released at the focus, the energy travels in all directions. We have seen all direction energy is released. This energy comes towards the Earth's surface in the form of waves. These waves are called as seismic waves and are divided as primary, secondary, and surface waves. Primary waves or P waves. The waves which move back and forth are called as primary waves. These are the first ones to reach the surface of the Earth after the energy is emitted in the Earth's interior. They travel at a very fast speed from the focus of the earthquake in radial direction. But radial direction means सारे डायरेक्शन में सर्कल के, अगर यहां से स्टार्ट हुआ तो सारे डायरेक्शन में आएगा, इट इज कॉल्ड एज रेडियल, लाइक अ रेडियस। ये देखो यहाँ पे अगर फोकस है अर्थक्वेक का तो सारे डायरेक्शन में गया, देखो, सो दैट इज रेडियल डायरेक्शन। Subjected to a P wave, particles in the rock move in the direction to and fro. To and fro मतलब back and forth. The wave moves to and fro. Therefore, these waves are also called as forward and backward waves. Very important point. They travel through all the three states. They can pass through liquid, they can pass through solid, and they can pass through gases. तीनों से इन लोग पास हो सकते हैं. But while traveling through the liquid medium, the direction gets changed. Now, remember, 8th स्टैंडर्ड में आप लोगों ने पढ़ा था कि जो हमारा कोर का आउटर पार्ट है वो लिक्विड स्टेट में है। दैट इज व्हाई ये आउटर कोर है ना, आउटर कोर देखो लिक्विड स्टेट में, दैट इज व्हाई यू आर एबल टू सी हियर, ये मेरा प्राइमरी वेव जब इधर से गुजरता है ना तो उसका डायरेक्शन देखो चेंज हो रहा है, वरना उसका डायरेक्शन परफेक्ट था, बट जैसे ही वो आउटर कोर में आएगा उसका डायरेक्शन चेंज होगा बिकॉज इट इज इन द लिक्विड स्टेट। सो इट कैन पास थ्रू द लिक्विड स्टेट, ओनली इट्स डायरेक्शन विल चेंज। It is because of the primary waves that the buildings on the earth's surface move back and forth. तो अगर मेरा बिल्डिंग ऐसा हिल रहा है तो वो प्राइमरी वेव के वजह से हिल रहा है, और अगर ऊपर नीचे हिल रहा है तो वो सेकेंडरी वेव्स की वजह से हिल रहा है, और दोनों हिल रहा है ऐसा भी और ऐसा भी तो वो सरफेस वेव के वजह से हिल रहा है। See here, can you see this particle is moving left, right, back and forth. So this is called as a primary wave. I suppose I am very clear with the explanation. Secondary wave. Secondary wave is simple. अगर ऊपर नीचे move हुआ particle तो that is called as a secondary wave. Second, secondary wave cannot pass through the liquid state. Since it cannot pass through the liquid state, मेरे outer core से वो pass ही नहीं होगा. The waves which reach the earth's surface after the primary waves are called as the secondary waves. So primary पहले पहुंचेगा, secondary बाद में पहुंचेगा. Okay, so you are able to see your primary waves and the secondary waves. ये देखो इधर से दोनों निकले, प्राइमरी और सेकेंडरी, यहां से प्राइमरी और सेकेंडरी दोनों निकला। वन सेक, सॉरी, ये देखो यहां से सिर्फ प्राइमरी वेव, ये आउटर कोर से सिर्फ प्राइमरी वेव निकला, ये देखो सेकेंडरी कहां गया, नहीं जा सकता है, बिकॉज इट इज व्हाट, बिकॉज इट इज नॉट एबल टू पास थ्रू द लिक्विड स्टेट। These waves also scatter in all direction from the focus of the earthquake. Again, radial direction में आएगा, all direction, all. Their velocity, that is their speed, is less than the primary wave. So primary wave speed is more, secondary wave speed is less. Primary wave passes through liquid state, secondary waves cannot pass through the liquid state. Primary wave back and forth, secondary waves up and down. The particles lying in the wave of these waves move up and down in the direction of energy transfer. See here, carefully see the diagram. ये देखो ऊपर नीचे हुआ, so ऊपर नीचे होगा तो secondary wave. This wave can travel only through the solid medium but not through liquid and gases. They get absorbed when they go through the liquid medium. ध्यान से देखना, रेड कलर इज द सेकेंडरी वेव, ये देखो सेकेंडरी वेव इधर से गायब हो गया, ब्लू कलर से। क्यों गायब हो गया? क्योंकि ये लिक्विड स्टेट है, ये आउटर कोर है। प्राइमरी वेव गया बट सेकेंडरी वेव नहीं गया। ये देखो रेड कलर इज सेकेंडरी वेव, गया क्या? नहीं, प्राइमरी वेव गया और प्राइमरी वेव का डायरेक्शन चेंज हो गया। The building on the Earth's surface move up and down because of these waves. They are more destructive than the primary waves. So. Revision. Primary wave. Come on, remember, primary wave less destructive, secondary wave more destructive. Second point, primary wave particle moves back and forth, secondary wave particle moves up and down. Primary wave speed is more, secondary wave speed is less. Primary wave travels through solid liquid gases, secondary waves passes only through solid. So this is the distinction between primary wave and secondary wave. अब दोनों को साथ में imagine करो, that is your surface wave. Very destructive, most destructive. Surface waves, which are generated after the main primary and secondary waves reach the epicenter, they travel in the direction of the circumference of the crust. ये अर्थ है ना, तो अर्थ के पूरे circumference पे ये travel करेगा. You know the circumference. They are highly destructive. It is also called as L wave. ये देखो वो दोनों हो रहा है, ऊपर नीचे भी हो रहा है और आगे पीछे भी हो रहा है. Pay attention carefully towards that diagram. Once again see. देखो आगे पीछे भी हो रहा है और ऊपर नीचे भी हो रहा है. Destructive. Now to measure this earthquake, we have an instrument called a seismogram. Through this instrument, a graph showing movement of the seismic waves can be generated. See here. आगे पीछे हो या ऊपर नीचे हो, ये ऐसा बनाएगा. ये वेव जैसे बनाएगा उससे मालूम पड़ेगा कि कितना मेजरमेंट है earthquake का. After studying this graph, the magnitude of the earthquake is known. Now, with the help of modern technology, advanced seismographs have been designed. With the help of these seismograms, even micro seismic waves can also be measured. So, minor earthquakes also we are able to measure nowadays. See here how this instrument is moving. This is seismogram. Instrument seismograph. This graph is called as seismograph. ये देखो primary wave आया अभी, तो प्राइमरी वेव आया तो वो छोटा सा ग्राफ बना, बट सेकेंडरी वेव में बड़ा ग्राफ बना. ओके, प्राइमरी वेव में छोटा ग्राफ, सेकेंडरी वेव में बड़ा ग्राफ. वंस अगेन यू आर एबल टू सी हियर. सी पहले प्राइमरी वेव आएगा, ये नॉर्मल घूम रहा है. अब प्राइमरी वेव आया ऑरेंज कलर का, थोड़ा सा हिला. अभी सेकेंडरी वेव आया, सादा बड़ा ग्राफ. Now, what are the effects of this destructive earthquakes? Cracks or fracture develop on the ground. Definitely, you must have seen it on the TV. Causes landslides, which leads to sliding of rocks. See, sometimes what happens, this rock slide. This is called as the sliding of rocks. अगर न्यूज में देखा होगा तो केरला में recently हुआ, जिसमें 12 people died because of the sliding. Sometimes the groundwater changes its course. You know, sometimes what happens is well का water, borewell का water, इनमें पानी बढ़ जाता है, कभी कभी कम हो जाता है, कभी कभी रिवर का डायरेक्शन चेंज हो जाता है. All this are examples of the effect of earthquakes. Some areas get uplifted while some may subside. See, uplift हो गया, कुछ नीचे चला जाएगा. Tsunamis are generated in oceans. You know, the water coming out on the land is called as tsunami. These waves can cause great loss of life and property in the coastal areas. Avalanche may occur in the snow-covered areas. See, avalanche. What is avalanche? The जैसे लैंडस्लाइड हुआ था ना, तो उसमें मट्टी गिरता है, इसमें स्नो गिरता है. Building collapse and loss of life and property occurs, and transportation gets disrupted. The railway lines gets buckled up. The roads are destroyed. Communication system collapses. The tower antennas and all that collapses. So definitely very destructive earthquake is. Now come we to the last part of the chapter, that is the volcanoes. The hot, solid, liquid and the gaseous materials which are thrown out from the mantle of the earth onto the surface of the earth. This process is called as a volcanic eruption. You know, the interesting part is what, as I'm teaching you this chapter of volcanoes now, recently Indonesia में कल ही एक इंडोनेशिया के गांव के बाजू में एक एक्टिव वोल्केनो है, वो इरप्ट हुआ है. You can check it in the news as well. So during this process, ash, water vapor, various types of poisonous and inflammable gases that catch fire are called as inflammable gases. Hot molten magma are thrown out. You can see so many things are coming out from the lava. तो निकलेगा ही बराबर ऐसा है. उसके साथ साथ SO2, CO2, that is sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, hydrofluorocarbon, ash, hydrochloric acid, barabar. Then dust particles, stone particles are ejected from the interior of the earth. When the molten magma comes out on the surface, it is called as lava. So see, there is no difference between magma and lava. अगर ये hot liquid inside है earth के surface के, तो it is called as magma. और जब बाहर आ जाता है तो इसको बोलते हैं lava. On the basis of the type of eruption, volcanoes can be divided into the following types. पहला है central vent volcano. Central vent volcano मतलब volcano के center में से ये burst होगा. It is called as central vent, and its mouth is called as crater. This is called as crater, and this is called as a vent. So अगर ऐसा burst हुआ तो it is called as central vent volcano. During eruption, the molten magma comes out through a pipe-like vent inside the Earth's surface. Then the lava spreads around the mouth of this vent when it comes out. As a result, cone-shaped mountains start forming and conical volcanic mountains are formed. See, ये mountain है ना, lava अंदर से निकला, इधर spread होगा, तो ये एकदम cone-shaped mountain बन जाएगा, inverted cone जैसा. See, this is how it bursts, and then the lava gets deposited. Mount Fujiyama in Japan and Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania are example of central type volcanoes and conical mountains. So this is Mount Fujiyama of Japan. This is Mount Kilimanjaro of Africa. These both are volcanic mountains and conical in shape. Fissure type volcano. Now during eruption, when the magma comes out, not from a single vent but from many cracks, that is fissures, it is called as fissure type volcano. See, can you see earth में crack आ गया और उसमें से ये lava निकल रहा है, pour out हो रहा है. This is called as a fissure volcano. इसमें कोई एक mountain नहीं बनेगा, इसमें plateau बनेगा. The molten material coming out with the eruption spreads on both the sides of the fissure. As a result, volcanic plateaus are formed. The Deccan Plateau of India has also been formed due to such a type of volcanic eruption. So this is the Deccan Plateau, which is the largest plateau in India. You can see here, it has been formed because of lava. See Deccan Plateau, how it looks like. Now, looking at the figure 2.18, you will understand the plate boundaries are directly related to the areas of earthquakes and volcanoes. I have shown you this figure. ये है पूरा plate boundaries और आपको दिखेगा कि majority earthquake plate के boundary पे हो रहा है. Ring of fire, this ring of fire is, you know, the volcanic mountains, the earthquake activity hai pura or volcanic activity hai. So this is majority found in the right hand side of Japan. The earthquake zones are also seen on the border areas. The part of the plate boundary which slides under the crust subdues. There is loss of material. This is called as subduction boundary. In areas where the material is coming up, it is called as constructive boundaries. Both the processes are happening continuously. तो ये समझने के लिए पॉइंट यहाँ पे देखिए वापस, यहाँ पे ये प्लेट अंदर जा रहा है, यहाँ पे ये प्लेट ऊपर आ रहा है. So this is called as plate consumption. This is called as plate creation. So here material is getting inside the surface of the earth. Here it is coming outside. We have understood this many times now. Now let us see the effect of volcanoes. Definitely it causes loss of life and property. Sometimes tsunamis get generated due to the volcanic eruption occurring below the ocean floor. So अगर ocean floor के अंदर volcanic activity हुआ तो पूरा का पूरा वो पानी बाहर आ जाएगा. Dust, smoke, ash, gases, water vapor remain in the atmosphere for a long time, which create imbalance in the environment. It causes pollution. As I was telling you, Indonesia का एक mountain erupt हुआ है अभी अभी. This is Mount Sinabung, that is in Indonesia. Now, because of this, you know, ash and all that is getting poured out from the mountain, आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि ये वहीं पे pour out हो रहा है. But because of the wind movement, ये पूरे earth पे फैल जाता है. जैसे you know, एक volcanic activity हुआ था few years back in Europe, and इसका ash का जो cloud है वो Japan तक पहुंच गया था. So flights were not able to land even in Japan because of that activity. So it can cause so much of disruption. Land may become fertile due to volcanic ash. This ash sometimes makes the land fertile. Many minerals are found near the earth's surface because of the lava. Lava brings many minerals outside the surface of the earth. New land is formed due to the volcanic eruption, or at times an island may even disappear. You know, remember Anna Krakatoa? आप लोगों ने एक स्टोरी पढ़ा था इंग्लिश में कि एक आइलैंड था जो माउंटेनिक एक्टिविटी की वजह से अपीयर हुआ था, और एक आइलैंड था जो डिसअपियर हुआ था. Lakes are formed at the mouth of the crater of dead volcanoes when rainwater accumulates in them. See, this is the top of a mountain, volcanic mountain, जो अब है ना पूरा डस्ट से कवर हो चुका है, अब ये बंद हो चुका है. This is a dead volcano. तो यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हैं लेक बन गया है. हाँ, ये कभी भी एक्टिव हो सकता है. एक डेड वॉल्केनो को हम लोग डोरमेंट वॉल्केनो बोलते हैं. दैट इज इट इज स्लीपिंग. It can be active. If it is active, then it will again burst. So friends, this is your entire chapter of endogenetic movement. I hope you have understood it very nicely. If you have not, please ask your doubts in the comment section. And if you have understood the video, please like it, because it takes a lot of efforts in making these videos. Subscribe the channel if you have not done it up till now. Share it. This is Sagar Kanal from Kanal's Academy signing off. Namaste, and study well. Read once from the textbook, and any doubts you can ask us in the comment section. Thank you so much.